Few people know that the biggest catastrophe in the history of civil aviation occurred at Tenerife North Airport on March 27, 1977. On this day, two Boeing 747, the Dutch airline KLM, and the American Pan American were reported to have collided on the runway of the Los Rodeos airport. So, let's start with the fact that both Boeing wasn't supposed to be in Tenerife at all. These planes were known to be heading for Gran Canaria, but on that day terrorists blew up a small bomb into the airport waiting room in Gran Canaria. As a result, the airport was closed for a while. The nearest airport was only Tenerife Airport Los Rodeos. So, both planes were sent there, but there was just one runway. At this time, the airport in Gran Canaria was opened for the acceptance of flights, but nobody could fly out from Tenerife. Everyone was waiting for the end of the refueling of the Dutch, whose plane blocked the exit to the runway. The crew of Pan American considered the option of going around Boeing KLM, but they decided to wait for the end of the refueling. Meanwhile, thick fog dropped to the airport, visibility decreased to 100 meters. The crews of the aircraft could hardly see the edges of the runway. Moreover, the airport of Los Rodeos wasn't known to have been equipped with an observation radar, a special radar that fixes the position of aircraft not in the air but on the ground. As a result of several misunderstandings, the KLM flight tried to take off while the Pan American flight was still on the runway. The commander of the Pan American flight saw the approaching KLM lights 700 meters before the collision. He immediately increased the speed to the full and tried to turn left from the runway to the taxiway, but the crew didn't manage to finish the maneuver. The disaster led to terrifying consequences. All 234 passengers and 14 crew members aboard the Boeing KLM and 335 of 396 aboard the Pan American are reported to have died. 61 people aboard the Pan American flight, including the pilot and flight engineer, survived the disaster. This disaster is said to have caused $7 million worth of damage.